Now that Amendment 1 has passed, what do you think needs to be done in the community to help it get repealed as soon as it possibly could?
I think everyone needs to come together quickly and discuss what needs to be done. I think had we come together as a group beforehand a lot earlier than we started, I don't think the outcome would have been the same, honestly. If all of us would have pulled resources from all around North Carolina, I really think we could have gotten the word out more. I know just a couple of days before the election, there was still 60% of the people that didn't even understand what Amendment 1 meant.
Yes.
And there were too many people still saying that it wouldn't affect the single heterosexual group. And that's not true. They focused so much on gay rights when, honestly, the only thing that Amendment 1 really did as far as gays and lesbians was make a law that was already in place more redundant. Yeah. We already couldn't legally be married. This just stomped its foot on it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it did do. But on the other hand, it is going to hurt a lot of single heterosexual people. It's going to hurt a lot of children who don't lose benefits now. It's going to hurt a lot of domestic abused wives. Not wives, women and men.
Girlfriends, non-married. How long do you think it will be until we actually see effects like that start coming into power? Like
I think it's going to be immediate. From what I've already read in the newspaper, there was one county, I can't remember the name of the county, but there was one county where they were already asking, when can we put in place the health benefits, revoking them from civil unions and such. This was just the day after. So I think the effects are going to be immediate.
Being, I guess, realistic and not very hopeful, how long do you think it will be until the amendment is repealed?
My mother says 6 months. I wish that what my mom says is true, that it would be only 6 months from now.
No, it's not fair, but it's like out in the country somewhere.
Honestly, I don't realistically know how long it's going to take. I do honestly feel that we need to be, the courts need to get involved, federal courts need to get involved in this, and just the same thing like interracial marriages, just make it straight across the board, legalize gay marriages straight across the board in every state. And I know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that I have no doubt on how fast. I'm not so sure, which is why I think we need to get together now and get things going. If more people are aware of us, more than what they see now. People are under the misconception that we're just running around having sex with everybody. They don't see the monogamous relationships. They don't see that we have the same struggles as everybody else does. And as a lot of the older people are saying, and it's sad to say, but once the older people die out, the younger generation, they don't have the same feelings, and they're going to vote differently. There are a lot of young people that aren't registered, that should be registered. A lot of them that aren't old enough, and they're going to make this change. They're going to, they are our future, and they don't see a problem with homosexuality.
Okay.
So it's going to happen.
Okay. Well, thank you. Okay. Now that Amendment 1 has passed, what do you think has to be done to help get it repealed?
To help get it repealed, one, like I was saying, the community does need to bring together both LGBT and the straight alliance that we have. We need to bring everybody together as a community. On top of it, go through the legality aspect of seeing that there is actually, this was done on a wrongful there's a separation of church and state, and the whole promotion behind why they got Amendment 1 passed was they brought in the churches into the matter, which should have never been done on a state registration level, let alone with a 501(c)(3) political, should have never brought in a 501(c)(3) religious organization. So there was a lot of controversy, to say the least, on the aspect with taxes, church, non-denominational, and political organizations. Another thing was to help get it repealed is a little bit more of voter education, bringing out more votes, because during the Amendment 1 passing, there was only 34% of North Carolina who went out and voted, which made out of 6 million voters, only 2 million voted. 2,850,000.
Yeah.
That is it. It's a very small turnout for any state, especially in a battleground state. We have 55 delegates in North Carolina, 34% to come out and vote, and most of that went towards voting for due to the Sunday prior to the election on this. The Vote For Marriage group actually asked pastors, churches to pitch why Amendment 1 needed to pass. Basically saying that it was a gay marriage issue, where Amendment 1 had nothing to do with it. It was already illegal for same-sex couples to get married. So why push the issue? Amendment 1 does more harm than it's done any good. It does not save the tradition of marriage. It comes down to basically they're wanting to pick and choose what they want out of the Bible instead of following by all the rules.
What can the religious community do to help not only embrace same-sex marriage, but also help it progress in our culture?
As being a religious leader within the community, as institutions of religion, we're there to teach. We should be able to show that we can bring same-sex couples in marriage. We constitute it as it's supposed to be done by the church, so we can accept it and bring more education about it. Ultimately, as faith leaders, religious institutes, we need to teach diversity. It's the biggest key to winning this. The biggest key to anything is diversity. Whether you may not agree or something, it is still not appropriate to say that it's wrong. We're all human. We all come from the same divine. So, as religious leaders, we need to teach tolerance. We need to teach diversity. And we need to embrace that they're made of the same bone, same flesh, same blood. Just because they love somebody not of not of opposite sex, but same sex, we need to embrace that and see that we say God is love, love is God. Well, that's love. So that must be God's love.
My last question, what do you think really is the main cause of bills like this?
The main cause is ignorance, if that would be the proper word for it. They fear that it's going to break the traditional value of marriage. Well, to me, I've been through multiple divorces. My parents are straight. My mom is straight. I don't see really where it's going to tear the fabric of marriage apart, because in ultimate term, if you want to use that allowing same-sex marriages are going to tear the fabric apart, or tear the fabric of marriage apart, it's already done torn apart. You've got a high divorce rate. They quote the Bible saying that it says that it's a man and a woman. You know what? It also says that you're not supposed to get divorced unless adultery. You're supposed to do. I mean, it says a bunch of other things, but we picked and choose.
Yes.
And ultimately, I don't see where it should have a bearing. Period. You love who you love, and we should accept that. I'm not saying that we have to, but we should. It's just showing our next generation, to be more tolerant of each other.
Yeah.